demo, but no. All right. So we have a few people joining us still. We're just gonna wait just a couple more minutes to get started. And let us know too, who your consultant is. We can let them know that you came. And all right, so we don't want to keep anybody any longer, so we will start. We have a few people filtering in. What I am going to show for you first is our deluxe cooking blender. So if you haven't seen this live, most people are like a blender that cooks. And I actually, I'm going to be honest, I didn't use the cooking feature right away because it made me nervous, because what was I going to make in the blender that I would need to cook? So the first thing I made was a really yummy caramel sauce, and I was sold. I wanted to figure out everything else that I could make in it. So tonight I have a vegetable potato soup. It's already gone through the soup setting, just using the little soup button here. I had carrot, celery, potato, garlic, vegetable broth, and now we're gonna make it a cheesy soup by adding a half of a cheddar cheese block here. So I'm gonna open that up. It always makes that fun little sound. And we're gonna just throw it in carefully because this is really hot. Not sure if you can see the steam coming off of it. And then I also need to add pepper too. So I'm going to grind a little bit of pepper in here. And then we're going to just pulse it. So this is the soup, and it also can make sauces. So things like Alfredo sauce, tomato sauce, nacho cheese sauce. And after I'm done here, I'm going to show you how easy it is to wash, because it actually has its own wash setting. So I have the cheese in there. I'm just going to pulse it. This may be a little loud. So I wish you could smell how good this smells. So there's my soup. It was really fast. I didn't have to sit over the top of the stove to make it. I have a little insulated serving bowl. I'm just going to throw this in because my daughter actually is going to have this for supper. She decided she was going to be a vegetarian. So I've been scoring different recipes for vegetarians. We're just going to pour this in here. Nice and creamy and cheesy. And it fits almost in this entire big bowl here. So that is the soup. I'm going to add my stuff to clean it next. And this insulated bowl will keep it nice and hot for my daughter. Kind of like a Yeti cup, but a bowl. So all I need to do to clean it is put in 3 cups of water. And then a couple of squirts of dish soap. Now you don't want to get too crazy with this because I have done that. And what happens is it overflows. So don't put too much soap, or don't have your young child put the soap in. So now I'm just going to turn it to a heated wash. The other thing that I really love about this too is that it can make peanut butter and jam. So I've made peanut butter. It comes with a little like stomper to get the peanuts down to grind. I've also used this for coffee, grinding up coffee beans, and it can make alternative milk and just a really good margarita. So we had an animal party for my mom, and we made caramel sauce and margaritas to show the difference. And I'd say the margaritas were very good too. So I'm going to turn it on heated wash. While it's washing, Robin is going to demo the air fryer.
Hi, everybody. All right. Tonight, I am going to be demoing the air fryer, and I'm going to be telling you all the features about it. And tonight, I am going to be showing you how to make a dessert in the air fryer. Yes, I said a dessert. And I am going to be making some yummy hand pies. So what I'm doing right now is I am rolling out some, no, I didn't make this dough. I bought it at the store. So you can make your own dough, or you can get just the regular cheap pastry dough. You can use any dough you want to. You can use pizza dough, any dough you want. And then I am going to use one of my favorite tools is our pocket maker. And it's 3 pieces, and it even comes with a little scoop. And the white piece, this rounded edge right here, is actually going to make little sizes for me. And I'm just going to make 4 of them real quick. And a little tip, do not throw your excess dough away. You can put it in a ball and put it to the side, put it in saran wrap or a Ziploc bag, and it'll keep for 2 days. And when you get that sweet tooth, you can roll it back out and then cut it into strips, put some melted butter on it, some sugar and some cinnamon, put it in your air fryer for like 10 minutes, and then you have your self a little sweet snack. You have your some cinnamon sticks. So next, what I'm going to do is I've got my little circles out. All right. So I am going to be doing strawberry mint tonight. I normally do my blueberry lemon. That is my forte, my go-to. But the girls picked a different flavor for me tonight, and I couldn't decide. So they picked strawberry mint. So that's what we're doing tonight. So what we do next is we take this salt. I got to remember, hold on. We take this salt, we place this on here. I put a teaspoon of this in here. And then I'm going to put this over the top of this. And I'm going to set this over the top of this and crimp down. And then when it comes back up, it will be a hand pocket. Perfect. Okay, and then I'll do this for the rest of them. Very, very easy. Now I will be setting my temperature in the air fryer, and you can do 4 on each tray. I'm just going to do 4 on just one tray tonight, and it will beep at me halfway through to tell me when to change the tray. And it's only 4. Let go. And it's only 4. I squeezed too hard. It's only for 14 minutes. And I will put it on bake. And then what I'll do is I am going to put a little bit of egg on it. to get that little shiny coat on it. And then I'm going to put some cinnamon sugar on it. I'm going to be using the Pampered Chef cinnamon, and we normally get this during the holiday season. And I'm almost out. I'm so sad. I'm glad it's almost the holiday season. So on the trays, you want to make sure that you spray them so they don't stick. And you just set them on there. And I normally score them. Just to let air come out. Put a little score. Let's see. My egg whites. So it gets that nice golden brown. Put the cinnamon sugar on it. And then all you do is put it in the air fryer. Set it on bake. I'm going to change it to 14 minutes. It's already at 350 and you let it go. When it gets halfway through, then you change the trays. You can turn them over if you want to, if they're looking a little too brown, and then that's it. There's also a light feature on here. You can see them on the inside. Now, the great thing about our air fryer compared to others is that the hot element is on the top. It's not on the bottom, so that you don't have to worry about it sitting on the counter. And ours is more compact to where it sits taller and not real wide, so that it's real easy for it to sit on the counter. And as you can see, I had 3 trays in here. It only comes with 2, but you can purchase like a replacement tray so that you can have 3 trays in there. And if you have a big family, like with just the 2 trays, you can fit 8 grilled cheese sandwiches and do grilled cheese sandwiches in there, 8 of them at one time. That's how big the inside is, even with just 2 trays, just to give you an idea. You can do air fry, you can do bake, you can roast, you can do rotisserie, you can do like a reheat if you wanted to reheat something. But what's a really cool a feature on here is dehydrate. I use it all the time to make jerky, to dehydrate fruit for snacks when we go out on trips or on boating, stuff like that. So it's a really nice to have. We use it almost on a daily basis. It's better than using the oven to heat up your kitchen. This doesn't heat up your kitchen at all. So it also has a basket that you can use like for French fries. If you want to cut up chicken and use it like a rotisserie chicken, we have a rotisserie seasoning, which is a really fine seasoning that you can use, and it tastes just like a rotisserie chicken would. We also have the skewers for like kebabs and stuff like that, or if you want to use it for like different things, like if you wanted to do like a rotisserie, you could fit up to a 2-pound chicken in there. But if you wanted to do a little bit heavier one, you would just have to put it on the jerk plate down here, or one of the trays. So it is a, my bad boy, her name is Ellie Mae. Yes, I name my appliances. So yes, she is very sentimental in our family. So after this gets done heating up and cooking, I am going to put a yummy drizzle on it, and that'll be it. That'll be our dessert. So anytime that you are wondering what is for dessert is always a question that everybody asks. Be a perfect example of what you can fix up in the air fryer.
I
That's
love
all I
that, Robin. Thank you so much for joining us.
Not a problem.
So I'm going to come back to you and talk a little bit about our multi-cooker. So earlier today, I used our sous vide setting, and I'm going to show you what that chicken looked like that I cooked and sear it on our grill and griddle in just a little bit. But I want to talk more about the multi-cooker. A lot of people don't know what sous vide is. It's a French term that used to be really only for professional cooks or fancy restaurants. There's a lot of restaurants that use sous vide cooking because what it will do is you can cook mass amounts in a water bath and have the temperature to be exactly what you want. So with the chicken, actually, I set the temperature to 145, and they have a manual of what you need to set it to and how long. So sous vide cooking does take a little planning. When you know you're going to be there. That's what's really great about this is you can put the water in, let it heat up. It takes a little bit to heat up. Then the chicken actually took 2 hours in the water bath, but it was great because I put it in there and forgot about it. So the other amazing feature on this is that it's not only that sous vide, it also is the pressure cooker and a slow cooker. So you have one machine that does all of the functions that you would want. So if you want your cooking to be fast, then you use the pressure cooker and you can have your dinner ready really fast. So the first thing that I ever used in a quick cooker was egg. So I'm going to show you just how easy that is. So this is our little egg basket, and this was part of our old line, our quick cooker, but it fits great in the multi-cooker too. So all of our accessories fit in, and right now you can get it in the clearance section for like $9. So I did check, it is available. And I love this one because it has a little thing to help get it out when they're done. So I just set that in there. I do have the little tray that comes with it, and you can put your eggs on this too. You don't have to use this or buy it, but I feel like this just fits them better. So I'm going to just stick this on the bottom just to have it elevated a little bit. And then I like to keep these up so that when I'm ready to grab them, I can just grab those. So I'm going to do is stick my eggs just on a little hole. And then I just need to add a cup of water. And these hard-boiled eggs peel so easy that the egg peel just comes right off. And it's really great for when you're making like potato salad. You can cook your potatoes in here too. I made mashed potatoes for the holidays, and it's really nice to have them just go and forget about it and have them be done. And then all I have to do is mash them up. So the great features about this multi-cooker compared to our old one is it does have an on-off button over here. In the back, there's a place to wind up and put your cord. But also, can you see my lid? It's just hanging out on here because the old one didn't have a spot to put your lid. And this is like my favorite feature because you can put it on this side or you can stick it on this side. There's 2 spots to put it on. So we're just going to put the little things down, and then I'm going to set it on top, and you can hear the buzz, and I'm going to lock it just by turning it. The other thing I want to do is, since I'm using the pressure cooker feature, I want to make sure that the pressure valve is nice and even on here. A lot of people get nervous about pressure cooking because they're afraid that it's going to like blow up on them. They've seen the old pictures of the lids up on the ceiling, but those pressure cookers were definitely before this new design, and they're not a Pampered Chef pressure cooker. Those are the old pots that you put on your stove and have heat up, and you have to be very careful with them. So this new design, it's not going to let you open it up if the pressure is still in there. There's a bunch of safety features, plus the pressure release button is down here. So it's not anywhere close to where the steam comes out. You don't have to worry about getting steam in your face unless you want a little facial. You could maybe put your face up there, but don't get it too close. But they also have a lot of different features on here, which I just remembered. I have my water right here and I didn't add it. So I'm gonna open it up again. One big thing is you always need some sort of liquid when using the pressure cooking feature, because it's the liquid that's going to create the steam. So I really wouldn't have done real well without that in there. So there is sear setting. Why would you need to sear in this? Because maybe you're making a chili and you want to sear your meat in here first before you add in all of your other soup. That is a really fun thing. You don't have to dirty anything. You can use the sear setting. There's an egg setting, poultry, pork, seafood, white rice, whole grain soup, beans, dessert, steam. So steam would be like if you're steaming vegetables or shrimp, that would be the one you'd want to use. The sous vide, which I talked about, and I'll talk more about in a little bit, and yogurt. So you can make yogurt in this too. And then also a sterilize. So think like if you're trying to sterilize bottles, maybe you have a baby. So we're going to just go to the egg and it automatically shows 12 minutes. So I didn't have to think about it. And then I'm going to select that one and hold it in. And it's going to run. So what will happen is this little run thing, the little guy here, it's going to build up pressure, and it's not going to start counting down that 12 minutes until the pressure has reached the full capacity. So that time takes a little bit, but once that reaches pressure, then the 12 minutes will start counting down. So with pressure cooking, you can use frozen meat, but it's going to take a lot longer to come to pressure. Also, if you have a big quantity of stuff in here, it will take a lot longer too. But I'm going to throw you over to Julie, who's going to show you the Flex Plus. And then when you come back to me, I will show you the grill and griddle. Before I throw you over to Julie, my blender is done cleaning itself. So I wanted you to see that. I'm just going to dump this out and rinse it out, and it'll be good to go. Isn't that awesome? So, all right, I'll take it off, Julie.
Hi, thank you for joining the party. I'm going to talk about the Flex Plus. So it's called the Flex Plus because there's 3 things in one, and I'm all about combining things, having less things. I love the fact that these are easy to store because they're not huge appliances. So the 3 things that you get with the Flex Plus is an immersion blender, a hand mixer, and also a food processor. So what you have, I'm going to tilt you down so you can see the things I have on my table here. So you can actually see what I'm doing. But all 3 of them, I want to show you how it works, where this is the actual power wand. And this is the battery that comes off. And it comes with 2 of these batteries and a charger, and they can hold up to 2 hours of power. So you can always be switching them off or switching them around to have them charged. But I usually just keep one on the charger and then switch it off here and there. But it's cordless. I mean, the whole point of this whole process and this whole thought behind it is that this is something that's cordless that you can just use with different tools. So this is like your power right here. So with the immersion blender, I'm not going to use it to make anything tonight, but it does come with an immersion jar, and this is how it hooks on. So if you don't know what an immersion blender is, it does have a blade inside of here. So if you had soup or sauces on the stove, you can turn this on. I forgot to mention there's a safety switch always here that you have to push first before it lets you turn the power on. But this is just turning it on, which has got a power behind here, and you hold that. So you can make it go faster, go slower, but this would be used, an actual immersion blender is used because of soup, stews. You could use this jar and you could put eggs and oil in here. You make your own mayonnaise. You could put cream and sugar and make your own whipped cream. you could mix up anything in here. If you wanted to maybe just puree part of your soup and still have it be chunky, you could puree some of it in here. So that's what an immersion blender is. So that's tool number 1 out of 3. And yet to unhook it, you see it's just got these 2 little things, and you just push it in and it pulls right out. So now the second tool is actually the hand mixer. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to put the power source on it. Just clicks right in there. I have to hit the safety to get it to start. And then on the side here, you just turn it on. And there we go. A little too high and getting powder all over it. And I decided that I was going to put in a cake. And this is our Dolce de Leche cake. And I don't know if anybody has tried that yet, but it smells delicious. It smells like caramel as soon as you open up the bag. Shut that off just a, it was just so that you can get the idea of what it is. So this is the blender, but this is what I'm making is the Dolce de Leche cake. And I decided that instead of making cake, I'd like to make things in smaller portions. So I'm going to use our jumbo muffin pan. So I'm just going to fill these up and have jumbo cake like cupcakes. So then I don't need as much at once. It's more portion controlled. But try some of our mixes. Our mixes, a lot of them are gluten-free and vegan-free. So they're very friendly. And they're very delicious. I haven't had one that I haven't liked. And I can always take a picture of my muffins once they come out of the oven. So the lastly, what I wanted to show you was the manual food processor. And this is the same thing. It's just like any other food processor. I had a bunch of zucchini. I don't know about you guys, but I've got a lot of zucchini. And I was just gonna shred some of it because I like to put shredded zucchini in the freezer, like in bags. So I can take it out if I do want to make zucchini bread or zucchini cake during the winter. One of my favorite things is a sort of like you take shredded zucchini and you make sure that you squeeze it dry, and then you add some, like, I always use like the Parmesan cheese that's in the can because it's dry, and add an egg, and you sort of spread it out at the bottom of an 8x8 pan, and you make it sort of like a crust. And so I put that crust in the oven for like 10 minutes. And then I take it out, and then I sort of make like a pizza casserole. I put some pizza sauce, turkey pepperoni on it, and it's sort of like a casserole, but it's got a zucchini crust, and it's actually really good. So, but the one thing that I was doing before was just, I like to take the seeds out of the zucchini, and this is our scoop loop. Never seen this. That's what this is designed for. It's got little teeth on it. There's teeth on this side too. You can also make cookies. You can do flip flops. You can do snowmen as a cookie cutter. But I'm just taking it out, and you just peel it, the inside of it out, because I like to take some of the seeds out of the middle. See, just took it all out. So, but in terms of the Flex Plus, again, I'm just gonna pop this on. This is where the power goes, is right here. I have the blade in there just for shredding. And then I have to hit the safety, which is right underneath here. And then I can turn it on. It comes with a food pusher, and it pushes it down. I think it does. There we go. So that was just a manual food processor. Whatever you'd be cutting, it cuts cheese, it cuts a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to take this off, the little buttons. Ooh, get this off. Wait. I wanted to show you my zucchini in here.
You have the suction thing going on
I
right
know
now.
it's like really
Probably the moisture is creating a suction.
it is really stuck on there. All right, well, anyways, there is zucchini in there. I'm not going to take the lid off because it doesn't want me to, apparently. So
I think if you turn it while you're doing it, it works a little bit better. But You can
Oh, there we
show,
go.
there you go. Yep, it just needed a little turn.
There we go. So there you go.
I love using it for cheese. So that's why I know I've had it where it's kind of suction too.
Yeah, because it does, that's how it stays on. You can see like the rubber suction part. So it holds on there so you don't lose it, that's for sure. But that's all I have.
Awesome. So I actually like to use the emulsion blender piece on that to make whipped cream. So it comes with a cup and it makes the best, quickest whipped cream. And I use that all the time. So I'm back again. This is my last time though, I swear. So we have one last thing to show you, and that is our grill and griddle. And I talked about a little earlier that I did sous vide chicken. And so that was in the silicone bag. Basically that with that, you have your water, and then once it gets to the temperature, you want to get all the air out of the bag, and you don't have to use a silicone bag. You can just use a gallon size bag too, but you want to get all the air out and then seal it, and then make sure the top is above the water line. So it does give you instructions to fill it half full. I did 2 of these bags at one time. The other ones I've already seared, they've been eaten, and I used the Scampi. But I'll post a video too in the workshop group. So if you are a part of that, you can watch the video of me and the whole process of making this. The grill and griddle is amazing because it can do so many things. So it comes with, as you can see, it comes with these grill plates. It also can lay flat, but it can have this little top come down too, so that if you're cooking like a pizza and you want the cheese to melt, but you don't want it to set on, there's a little thing slide right here that will let you have it just so it like sits on top there. It's also good for burgers if you don't want to like squish them all the way completely, to have them just kind of resting on top, or a sandwich if you don't want your sandwich to be completely flat down too. So it has the grill plates and the griddle plates, and the griddle plates is really nice because when you do this, there's a little release button on the side here, and then that releases it flat. So it doubles as a griddle. To get the little plates out, there's just a button on each side. They pop up, they come out so easy, and these are dishwasher safe. They're also non-stick too. So there has been times when I've made pancakes and forgot to spray and it was not even that big of a deal because it actually worked perfectly. So I'm going to bring this back up, and we're just going to turn it on to the sear setting. So there's a couple different settings here. You can do custom, sear, panini, grill, griddle, or keep warm. And you can actually change so that the top and the bottom plates have different temperatures. And why would you want that? Because if you have it flat and you have our griddle plates on, you could cook like your eggs on one side at a different temperature than maybe your bacon with the other setting there too. So we're gonna put it on sear so I can sear this chicken. And it says 3 minutes. So we're just going to let that heat up, and it'll circle around and it'll tell you when you're ready to add it. So the other thing that I recommend, if you get this grill and griddle, just get the waffle plates right away. So these are separate, and they're just so fun because look how big these waffles are. They're giant and they're so fun. And I've actually made a sweet potato waffle in here. I've used this to make grilled cheeses with little holes. And that's really fun if you have a grilled cheese that's like a waffle and you're like dipping it into tomato basil soup. That's excellent, which you can make in your deluxe cooking blender too. But the grill plates, they're on sale right now too. So just add them on with your grill and griddle because you will love having them. And you will miss them if you don't have them. So as this heats up, I'm also want to show you another feature here. Oh, I dropped it. So one other amazing feature is this little probe, and it comes with it. You'll find it in this little tray section. So this is where your grease collects. If you have something greasy in the back here, there is a little piece. I think I can take that off and show you, or not with this. It actually collects all of it so that you don't have a mess and then it goes down, but you don't have to have anything in front. But this probe is awesome because you can plug it in and actually shove it inside chicken, burger, or a steak and have it cook to the temperature that you set it to. So you set it to 165, you put the probe in the chicken, set the chicken in. It's gonna cook so fast because you have a top heating element and a bottom. So it's gonna grill on both sides. And then it's gonna tell you when it's done, when it's not gonna overcook it. So this little probe is amazing for making sure you don't overcook your chicken. So I have my chicken here already that is already cooked. And the reason why you want to sear it is just to kind of lock in the flavor and make it look a little pretty and give it some texture. But it's fully cooked. It could be eaten just like this. And if I wanted to do a big batch of like sous vide chicken, I could keep this in the fridge or freezer like this and then just take it out and sear it when I'm ready. So that's what this one was. It was just in our fridge. I'm going to use the kitchen spritzer to spray my plates. So these are nonstick. Anytime you have anything nonstick, you never want to use Pam or aerosol cooking spray. And if you ask me, I think you just get rid of that altogether because it has so many chemicals in it. That's the stuff that leaves your pans sticky or have a film on it. And this kitchen spritzer is just so much better because you can put whatever oil you want in it and you don't have all the icky chemicals and it won't ruin your pans. So I just been pumping it just like that. I'm gonna spray the tops and look at it, sprays just like a normal pan would or like bottle would. And this works great for baking. So a lot of times you don't even need cooking spray with this cookware, but this works really good if you just want to make sure it doesn't stick. And then I'm just going to take my chicken out. What I used to flavor this chicken was our Scampi. So that is a little meal mix that you can get. And it was super quick. I just threw the Scampi on and kind of tossed it. And then this will sear up really fast. I don't have a lot of room here. I'm just kind of shoving it in here. And that's all I'm going to do because I'm going to save the other two for my salad tomorrow. So these will cook up. I'm going to just do it really fast on each side, like 1 minute, and I'll be done. So if anyone has any questions, we will stick around, but we don't want to keep you too long. If you are looking for a shopping link, contact your consultant so they can get you a shopping link so that you can get these amazing appliances at that $100 off price because it's only in August. And in August too, all hosts can get any item 60% off with a very minimal party. So it just has to qualify. So if you want an even bigger discount on one of these, book a party. It's not too late to have a party with your consultant because you can get them for all of them for under $100 with that 60% off. So thank you guys. Let me know if you have questions. I'm going to stop our recording.